New at 4, with the Omicron variant surging across the country, health officials are urging people to take precautions going into the holidays. This week on Newsmakers, Dr. Philip Chan, the Department of Health's consulting medical director, weighed in on the outlook of COVID in the coming weeks and what he's watching for. Here's some of Tim White's interview with Dr. Chan.
Where things stand right now, how are you feeling about the situation we're in?
I think similar to many of my public health and clinical colleagues, I'm a little bit nervous. Case rates are really high. We're at rates of over 700 per 100,000 last 7 days. That's really quite high at the moment. And I'm a little bit nervous heading into the holidays, but I'm also optimistic that if we, state of Rhode Island and across the country, do the right things, then we can do our best and mitigate transmission of COVID.
All right, what does do the right thing mean? I think we know what it is, but lay it out. When you say do the right thing, what are those layers?
So I think the thing here that we have to worry about this holiday season is, of course, the Omicron variant. And we know the Omicron variant is twice as infectious as the Delta variant. It's sweeping across the country. It's now made up the majority of new cases. So we're already a little bit behind the curve. Do the right thing. When I say that, it really means getting boosted. Certainly getting the vaccine if you haven't gotten it, but especially getting that booster. It's clear from data throughout the world now that while the vaccines are somewhat effective against Omicron, it's really that booster that makes a huge difference.
We're talking, Dr. Chan, about the Omicron variant because it is the latest variant. Before that, the mutation of concern was Delta. Heard a lot about that. And look, a lot of people are worried that it will just be variant after variant. COVID will continue to mutate, and there's no real end in sight. What do you say to that?
I say it's a fair point, Tim, but I also think that over time, and certainly as natural immunity, both from prior infection and vaccines, builds in the population, we're all hoping, of course, that COVID becomes a thing of the past. And I think to your point, too, we have to learn to find that balance with holiday gatherings, with celebrating the holidays, with keeping businesses open, with preventing this. And just reminding people, even if you yourself are not at higher risk of COVID-19. A lot of what we're doing is really protecting those who are more vulnerable members of our society, people that are a little bit older, people that are immunocompromised. And so what we're talking about today in terms of getting boosted, masking, watching the size of your gatherings, really has to do with protecting other people who are the most vulnerable members of our community.
And remember, for more of Tim's interview with Dr. Chan, you can watch Newsmakers Sunday morning at 5:30 on WPRI or 10 a.m. on Fox Providence. You can also catch that right now on WPRI.com.